Back to Colorado Log Home Build, Episode 3. At the time I was building this house, I didn't have the luxury to set up a video camera, film what I was doing, take down the video camera. I was pretty limited to working evenings and weekends and vacation days because I had a full-time job. Let me say up front that I'm not an electrician. When I contacted the power company, they sent a representative out to talk to me and to evaluate the location. He told me he was going to drop a power pole on the property and that I needed to put on a safety switch, a meter box, run underground cable, 4/0, 4/0, 4/0, 2/0, from 2 feet deep from that location up to the temporary power pole. I then applied for the building permit to get the electrical brought to the site. Once the application was approved, I was given a temporary sign-off sheet so the inspector could sign off every step through the way. And then came the fun part. Digging a 24-inch ditch from the power pole to the temporary pole, about 175 feet, through some sand but mostly rock. So here's the placement of the meter box on top, the safety switch on the bottom, prior to putting the wires in place. Next, I had to get the conduit attached to the pole. This ended up being a lot more challenging than expected. I rented a small electrical lift from Home Depot and drug it up to the site, but when I got there, it lifted me up in the air and the battery was dead. I wasn't able to find an emergency release to lower the lift, so I basically walked my wife through getting the car connected to the batteries of the lift so we could jump it so I could at least drop down. What ended up happening is I took it back to Home Depot and they connected to a power pole out in the middle of their parking lot. But when the lights go off at 10 p.m., the lift's no longer getting charged. And because someone dropped it off the night before, the batteries were nearly dead. Plan B was to get a big long ladder. And trust me, up that high on a ladder is shakier than shit. But there was very little needed to be done. Just clamp it off and run the cable up there and dead end it for the power company to come back and reconnect it at some point. Here we are back on Alpine Rose, name that we just gave the property. Yeah. Finishing up the electrical to the pole. Had the ladder out today. Long ladder, 32 foot. Finished up the pole up top. The electrical box done. Here's the meter box with the ground, power and neutral. Down here got the safety switch, another grounding block, neutral going to the 4/0, 4/0, 4/0, 2/0 going back to the house, buried cable which we're slowly covering up here. We've got the ground coming down the pole, and we'll eventually tie into this guy as soon as we can drive him a little deeper. So this is an electrical box and an outlet connected by conduit to the box for plugging in power equipment, and this is back by where we're going to build the house and build the garage. So basically everything's in place for the state electrical board to come out, do an inspection. Once that's done, they let the power company know, and the power company will come out and reconnect it at the top of the pole. So the state of Colorado came out, did the inspection, everything passed. So it's just a matter of waiting a couple days for United Power to come out and connect it. And of course, no one let me know when they're going to come out and when they get it done. So I drove up to the property and I saw the meter sitting on there. I was ready for this.
Oh yeah, baby.
So when you're sinking your heart and soul into something like this, you gotta take these little victories and hold on to them. Thanks for watching.